G'day time, my Fuzzgates. Welcome back to Animal Crossing, day 152. My, how the days have gone on. Before we start, I went out again hunting and found some more prizes. Today we got, yesterday we went out. We got Clay Fighter, a amazing fighting game. Can't wait to start that series. I have Clay Fighter 1 now. I had it when I was younger, played a bit of it. Fighting games like that aren't my style overly, because you have to, like, memorize button things and whatnot. We'll see if I've gotten better with, like, Mortal Kombat and whatnot. Another game we got is Gyromite. A game that is compatible with the Rob Robot thing. I'm on the hunt for that too. It's just ridiculously expensive, so yeah. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, who knows. In a game I do have, but I have no idea where it went. The Sims for Xbox, Nintendo GameCube. It's a game I was going to play months ago, because I'm like, oh yeah, I like The Sims, here we go. And so I can just, play it, and then it wasn't there. Because I do like The Sims, it's cool, and this game is good too. It has a story mode. So I can get through this and then go on to Sims 2 and Sims 2 Pets. I don't think I have that one. But, without further ado, no one really cares about those games. Those are the three I got. Still on the lookout for Resident Evil Survivor, Survivor 2, and Gaiden. Haven't found those yet. As well as a lot of the Naruto games. Most of the handheld ones I'm missing. And yeah, oh, I just learned that the next game I need to play, I've played at this point for stream Kirby in Dreamland, Kirby Adventure. I found out there's a Kirby pinball game out there. And there are some available very cheap that are like a couple hours away, unfortunately. So I'm like, do we take the day trip and just quickly go up and get it from there? Because that wouldn't be too bad. Because that's the next game in the release order of Kirby games. So it's the next game that needs to be played if you care about the release order, and I try and do it. I've been, looking into release orders for certain series. I've copied down the Resident Evil one, Donkey Kong I have. There are a lot of games in it, but a lot of them are just remakes. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into what we should. Animal Crossing. Probably going to be a quick one without getting fruit today. As we're playing Pal World in like 35 minutes. So no talking to villagers, probably no fruit again, so I'm going to have a massive amount tomorrow. But that should be fine if I actually wake up on time. Had a good sleep in today-ish. So yeah, you know. It's raining, you know what, screw it. Robo in one of the acres. Sleepwalking. No, wait. I already... Yeah, that's an old one. Not what I wanted to pick up. What was on the ground? Fishing rod. Prism shirt I can get rid of. That shirt I can now get rid of. Yeah. I won't bother with the umbrella. You know, realism be darned. I can take being cold, I guess. Or being rained on. I'll have a lot to sell when I get to the place. Looks very nice tonight with the darkness and everything. Yeah. Beyond that, as I've been doing for a while, I'm really pushing towards getting affiliate. So if you like what I do, you like what you see, you want to see me do more, improve, do more, etc., etc. All I need is 3 consecutive viewers to watch me, or just 3 consecutive views over the course of like a month. So, when I become affiliate, I plan to play Subnautica, and, yeah, that should be fun. So if that's something you're interested in, just tune in and watch me, if you'd please. Okay. Other than that, so I finished up the Knuckles show on Amazon Prime, or whatever it is. And it is all right. Surprisingly, or what surprised me is it's only 6 episodes. Usually when they do shows and whatnot, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be at least like 10 or something like that. But no, it's only 6 episodes. And I like it I do like it that way. I see why they did it that way. Because the story is very concrete and simple, and you have some good set pieces, and... Oh, that was a new bug. Oh no. New bugs are in town. But yeah, so... overall, not a bad series. I liked it. Yeah. The whole series is just Knuckles trying to find his place in the world and training Wade to become a great warrior like he is. There are some goofy moments, some funny moments. Ooh, a new, camp. Oh, another duck.
Hello there. How's your night going? Mine's nice. I'm digging this campsite. I'll tell you that much. First time I was camping, I got stung by a bee, fell in a lake, and got poison ivy all over my belly. Why would I ever go camping again, you ask? I'll tell you. Because I'm an idiot. The name is Weber. Oh, hi. You didn't come here to tell any ghost stories, did you? Please don't. The last time someone told me a ghost story, I got scared and couldn't sleep for a week. I know. Why don't we play a game instead? Okay, cool. This should be fun. I actually go camping a lot, but the last time I went, some real weird things happened to me, or qua. Maybe that's the saying. I'm going to tell you about it, and then I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going right. If you get it right, I'll trade you something cool for your ammonite. Okay. But if you're wrong, then I get your ammonite for free. That doesn't sound fair, but okay. It'll be fun now. Listen up, and try not to fall asleep. My last camping trip was mostly a fishing trip. I caught lots of fishes, and they were super delicious. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Anyway, my question is, what kind of fish didn't I catch, qua? Okay. Ooh. Large share? Did you say large share? Too bad. I'm afraid that just isn't right. Dang it. Looks like I get your bone. Fossil, that is. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I probably won't have time. Whatever. Probably won't have time to check out or clean more of the basement, which is fine. But yeah, the Knuckles series is good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Still, the one thing going through it, the sister character becomes a lot less annoying. By the end, she still has some antics, but she's not like overselling it like before. And thinking about it, what I would do to fix that or make it better or whatnot. Because the one problem is she's FBI. And so with being FBI, you would think she'd have a certain, you know, you'd see things to make you go like, oh yeah, I know why she's FBI, because of XYZ, I see, yes. But she really doesn't, at all. So I think it would be a better play, maybe, if they did a thing where, like, when she's around her brother, she gets very, like, kiddish and snooty and whatnot, because that's just the dynamic they have, and you know, when you're around certain people, sometimes you fall into the grooves of, this is how it was before, so this is how I act now. But then you see her, like, figuring things out, working with him, putting aside differences and whatnot, and being good. Like I said, she wasn't as annoying as the first episode, but they could have made it so you go, oh yeah, I see why she's a, in the FBI and whatnot. She's clearly very smart and capable. It's just being around her brother makes her kind of revert back to annoying sibling behavior. Yeah, but other than that, it was fun. It was funny at times. I got some chuckles. Some things were just silly and stupid, but never a bad thing. Never always a bad thing. Guess that's it for that. But yeah. The story was interesting enough, with him training Wade to become a warrior and Wade getting more confidence and proving himself. There's weapons they use that are made out of the quills from Knuckles, and you learn more, like we kind of knew they gave off power, but they talk a little bit more about it and why some people might not like them being around because of that, which gives it a interesting dynamic rather than just being like, oh, they're alien and not from here. Oh, that's disturbing. We can't have that. There's actually a fundamental, like, oh yeah, because of the power they have, is it viable for them to actually stay on Earth without any safeguards and whatnot, just able to be free? Not that anyone can really do anything of it. And there were some cool things done with people having the quills and making certain equipment. And then, you know, the one thing I will say is the show falls into what a lot of shows do, where every character you see is goofy a lot of the time. Or most of the characters are goofy or have some, like, very comedic way about them. There's never anyone that's just, like, super serious and whatnot. Everyone has, like, the moment where, like, oh, here's a joke. I do this because of this. I guess Knuckles is kind of serious. But a lot of the other characters aren't. And even Knuckles, his comedy comes from the absurdity of him and his beliefs. So while he's still a serious character, they play him up for laughs a lot. And there's nothing wrong with having a lot of jokes and fun and goofs and gaffs in a show or movie or whatnot. The problem is that if everyone is a certain way, then you just get tired of it. And it's like, oh yeah, character A is going to say something. Character B is going to retort some other way. Is B4 the only one we have left? Maybe. Maybe. So it's just the one thing where, like, when all the main characters are goofy and there's no
super serious ones, or everyone is the same degree of goofiness, or just kind of off, you know, you get tired out of that. Like, in Knuckles, you have Knuckles, who is super serious, but through, like, him delivering his lines and how he views the world and what he does, his comedy comes from, hey, Knuckles, we're a fighting force, but you're not supposed to actually attack anyone. Want, want, want. Oh, they told Knuckles to be more at home, so he built an iron throne. Haha, that's so Knuckles. Oh, look, he kidnapped the mailman in order to have a fight between the mailman and the dog, because it's the dog's mortal enemy. And so while Knuckles is a super serious character, because of what he does through, like, stuff, the comedy is him being more of a straight man and whatnot, where he doesn't question things and he does go along and whatnot. There's no one in the show. That's why a lot of duels, when you have a lot of comedic duels, you have one person being very, like, comical and flamboyant and whatnot, and then you have the other character who's more straight-laced, straight-faced, and whatnot. Like, a very classic one from way back in the day, maybe not way back in the day, was Abbott and Costello. I have a whole movie series of them. I've watched them. And a lot of the humor comes from Costello. He's a very big, wily character, and he has a voice where he questions things. He's not a complete idiot, but because of him getting roped into things and things going on, he always ends up failing, and that's where the comedy comes from. Like, a lot of the jokes are very similar. Yaddle shirt. Ginkgo page. A lot of the jokes are very similar. One of the jokes they love reusing with Abbott and Costello is they'll be doing, like, a game of money. They'll be having something to do with money, and by the end, no matter what happens, Costello will always lose all his money, even when he uses the same logic against Abbott. No, is it? Hey, Abbott! Abbott's the tall one? I think so. He'll always lose his money. Like, the one thing they're doing, there's potatoes, and you have to choose where the potato is underneath the cup. And so, obviously, it's a shell game. It's, you know, you're going to lose. But in the midst of it, he figures out, oh, it goes in the hole. And then he puts another one through the hole somehow, and whatnot. And so he does it. And then Abbott's like, yeah, it's that one. And he still loses. That's not a really good example, because, ooh, that's a colorful shirt. It's happy. Oh yes, June 1st. So happy Pride Month, everyone. Hope it goes good. Oh, look at that. Wish I had that sooner. I would have wore it for this day. Also doing it this late because KK Slider's here. But yeah, but a better example is Abbott and Costello. They get paid, so there's money there. And then Abbott is like, okay, so we have $300, but you get paid $14 an hour. But we gotta take off weekends. You don't work weekends, eh? So taking out the weekends, you get X amount of money. Oh, but you don't work holidays, no, do you? No. So we take out that much money from it. Oh, and you don't get paid the full day. You just get paid for the 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever you worked, right? Well, yeah, but okay, we take that away. Oh, and then there's this other thing, taxes. You gotta watch out for taxes. And by the end of it, he loses all his money. I'm rambling. I'm not really good at explaining this either. Yeah. But, like, it works because although Abbott is also very silly and whatnot, because he's very much straight-laced, like, I care for you, Costello. Through the effects of what happens, Costello's off, weird stuff's happening, and Abbott just comes in and, he's like, what happened? Well, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Yeah, no, I don't think any of that happened. It happened. No, I think you're over exaggerating. It happened. And whatnot. Maybe I'm just rambling. I wonder if any of what I say is getting through, is comprehensive. Like, one of the good jokes they did was, who's on first? Classic joke. It's been parodied all around, because who is on first, what is on second, and who, what. And some other name is on first, but they go around in circles. Why did I buy that? Oh, did I need this even? See, I'm getting way too distracted and up in arms with Abbott and Costello. Gerber, nope, didn't need it. That was a lovely table. But either way, like, I hope it's good. The main message I'm going out is, bad stuff or weird stuff. Why the heck did I buy that? Nope, I didn't need that. Birdhouse. Got it. Although Abbott does stuff that's goofy as well, it's because of him being straight-laced that what happened to Costello is even funnier. They complement each other very well in what goes on. Orange. I need orange pinstripe. Another good example of good comedy. Whirly shirt. Yep, need that. Oh, yes, I want that. No. At one point, I can't remember what they're doing, but it's Abbott Costello and another person. Stuff's happening. And at the end, they're like, water, water, I need water. Oh, I need water. And the one guy walks off. The other guy's going, does something, yada, yada, yada. Water, water, I need water. Walks off. And Costello, left there, goes, oh, this is going on. Water, water, I need water. And immediately just gets buckets of water splashed all over him as he's there. And he's like, cleaning himself off, goes off, gets up to Abbott. Why didn't that happen to you? What do you mean? Why did they hit me with the water, but not you? I don't know what you're talking about. They hit me with the water. And either way, bottom line is, like, it's the comedy of, like, something happening to one person, or nothing happening to the one person, but then the other person who's more wily and whatnot. Rainbow. The bad thing happens to them. Not terribly bad, but just comically bad. I'd like to sell. But yeah, and so, like I said, when everyone is, like, comical, and going back to the Knuckles thing, when absolutely every character is, like, has some form of, like, joke or comedy, and they're not, like, straight-laced a lot of the time, it becomes kind of boring. Like again, Knuckles is serious, but from his misunderstandings or the way his people do things, I'm gonna take this just so I can
do this. And that. Rainbow shirt will be my tomorrow shirt. Woo. Yeah, but like Knuckles is serious, but it's because of his misunderstanding of things that things become funny and comical with him. Might as well start here on there. So he is though he's super serious because of like his misunderstandings. It's where the comedy comes from. There's like the one girl who is trying to catch him. She's somewhat serious, but she also breaks and whatnot and does like and goes along with the joke and whatnot sometimes. So she's kind of serious, but she's not there the whole time. And even then, she does make her quips and whatnot and is over exaggerated and everything. There's the other guy there who wants to fight him as well. But he also, like, she'll say, like, yes, and we will have him. I mean, we won't have him. Technically we'll get our hands on him, but he'll be in the cage, right? Yes, I get it. He'll be in the cage. Yes, I get it. We won't physically have him in our clutches. He'll be in the cage. I got that. And so their routine also takes out the straight man. The only one who is straightforward, straight-laced, and whatnot is the one bad guy who wants to catch Knuckles for himself. But again, he's not really there. Also, at the end, you do see a cool machine. I'm not 100% sure if it is actually something from a Sonic game, or if it's something they made for the movie. I have a feeling it's just made for the movie, but it looks really good. Like, the whole show looks really well done, and whatnot. Very enjoyable. I highly recommend it. Just, yeah, again, a lot of the characters are comedy characters. Knuckles, through just how he is. Wade is kind of a doofus, but he's not this doofus, but he's somewhat smart, but he doesn't do everything correctly. The mother is kind of, is kind of a straight-laced character. But they also give her jokes of like, oh yeah, Knuckles, he's basically Jewish, and whatnot. Where she's like, oh, is he Jewish, and whatnot. So they give her the thing of, oh, it's the mother that's really concerned. I think it's a stereotype. It might be. I know I've seen it a lot in shows where it's like, oh, that's your girlfriend, but are they Jewish, and whatnot, from that part. Whether or not that's actually something like a Jewish culture and whatnot, I haven't looked really into it. Of course, unfortunately, fascinating. It's always fascinating to study other cultures or whatnot. But a lot of her lines and jokes are, oh, is he Jewish? Oh, he's part Jewish on that side. Okay. Oh, Knuckles is just like the Jewish people. He was persecuted just like us. Oh, your people were attacked by owls? It's basically the same thing as us being attacked by the horrible thing for World War II, which is terrible. Never forget the atrocities, and work to make a better world from that. But again, because of that, I wouldn't consider her a serious character. Again, it's why a lot of characters a lot of older characters in movies and TV shows, you have someone being a comedy person, comedic and like
oh yeah, this is what's going on, ha ha ha, misunderstandings and whatnot, and another person being, like, more straight-laced and whatnot, still making jokes, but when you lose that and have one character being a doofus, another one being a serious character, but he also makes jokes and whatnot because of his misunderstanding of the world, you know, you don't have, like, you don't have a brace on, like, okay, when this character's on screen, the comedy is basically off, you can just relax and not have to worry about it. When it's joke after joke after joke, it's, you know, you get used to it, and then not everything is funny, because, oh, Knuckles is probably going to say something here about how it was in his world, about him being a warrior. Yes, you must take them and beat them to submission. Ah, yeah, see, he misunderstands. Anyways, I'm out. Thank you, my fuzzies, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long rambling about Sonic, Knuckles, and comedy duos, and the Abbott and Costello bit, that, or not bit, but talk that took way too long, and I don't even know if I said what I wanted to say, but I am done. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next anytime. Take care.